All right, I have a live feed. The doors are open for the tribe. Kelsey's here. Good to see you. First one in the door gets the best virtual seat in the house, so pull up a chair. Yay! This damn beast. All right, the doors are officially open. Let's give it a minute and we'll hopefully let some other tribe folks come in and get some music going. Waiting for some more check-ins. Give it another minute. I spent part of the afternoon steam cleaning our ceramic tile floors. Yay! That made me happy. Clean floors from which to walk on. The Batgirl's here. Welcome. How was my day? That was it. I steam cleaned the floors. So we get fresh, clean ceramic tile in here, so I was very happy about that. Other than that, just chilling, and I will be grilling. I just went to get some stuff from the store, and I happened to look, and they had T-bones on sale. So too expensive these days to have with any regularity. So I got stuff for grilling the steaks later, potatoes and a fresh salad. So it'll be good. Thank you. Happy Father's Day. That's how I spent my Father's Day. Well, I did my podcast things. I usually listen to them, coffee and all of that. So I just had a leisurely morning, and then I got up to Lowe's because I needed some steam solution. Even though we keep this place buttoned up, it's Arizona, so it still gets dusty. The floors do, so every once in a while it's like I get out my steam cleaner and steam the floors. Plus it has a nice, not too heavy, but a nice smell, so cleanliness is next to godliness, right? That's what they say. To me, bleach has always been the smell of clean. I love using bleach and hot water on just about everything. So anyway, we have fresh, clean steam floors, and I got stuff for grilling later. So I went to see Foreigner, my roommate and I, last night. We saw them 2 years ago, and that was their world farewell tour, and then they just kept going. So the lead singer, I didn't know the lineup. Lou Gramm was the original lead singer, but this guy, Kelly something, he's been with them just under 20 years. So he's leaving the band this fall. And there's another lead guitar player who's going to be taking over for him on vocals. But this guy's like Steven Tyler. He's all over the stage. He is a great, great showman. And I really liked him the first time, and he was with them again. So this would be the last time to see him perform with that band. So it'll be different. He's kind of like Steve Tyler and Mick Jagger as far as energy. And he's got great long hair. And he's all over the stage. He's funny. So that's twice I got to see them. So we went last night. And it was in an outdoor venue. Talking Stick Resort here, which I've been to inside their big ballroom. I saw Joan Jett for the first out of my 4 times I saw her there. But they have a massive pool outside. And they set up a stage and chairs, and it was a huge outdoor venue. And even though it got to, 108 yesterday, the show didn't start until like 8:15. And it wasn't too bad. And then it cooled down a bit, so it was comfortable. Anyway, so that was a great show. My favorite song is Waiting on a Girl Like You. I think that was Foreigner 4. And I only remember it because it came out in like 81 or 2 and I was in the Air Force. And that was a great album, but I love that song. Its keyboards opens it, so I was thinking about trying to learn it. And then for tonight, but it was too short notice. Then I thought, I Want to Know What Love Is. I like that one. So I started listening to that earlier, but it's got a different tempo and time signature change that I would have to listen to and learn it. However, I went up to Fry's at about 3:30. It's 10 after 11, 10 after 5 here. I went just like an hour and a half ago, I was at the store, and on their their in-store music, I heard a song I haven't heard in forever, so I learned it really quick. So I have a new cover. I pulled the lyrics up for it, and oh man, I've been needing these a lot lately. Let me get caught up on the comments before I go any further. Kel says, awesome. Amy said, I worked on some floors too. Yay, must be floor day. Happy floor day. Father's floor day. The Bat Cave floor day. Yeah, that's a one. That's what it is. Your Bat Cave and mine. Huh. Yeah, it was a relaxing day. Faith is here, the fair Faith. Thank you. So good to see you. Thanks for dropping in. Kel's is definitely, well, yeah, Foreigner was great. So I've seen him twice. This guy, Kelly, whatever his last name is, he's been with the band for almost 20 years. So I saw him 2 years ago, and then he's leaving this fall. You saw Lou Gramm solo? Oh, yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's great. Great vocalist. But this guy, Kelly, is, man, is he a showman. He is so good. I saw Aerosmith when I was at the Harley 110th anniversary on my 9,300-mile motorcycle trip. And Steven Tyler is just a great showman. And this guy reminds me of him a lot. All over the stage, high energy, funny. Yeah, it was a great concert, Kels. Do you know Fool for You Anyway? Lesser known one, I bet. All right, I'm going to have recommendations from your friends. They always hear you in a way you can't hear yourself. So when we saw them 2 years ago, they have huge screens. This guy was so funny. And he did it last night, but I went in line to get something to drink, and I could only see part of the screen. So when we saw him 2 years ago, saw them, and he sang Dirty White Boy, which I love. And I mentioned this before. If you don't know, that song was written about Elvis Presley. But they said it also could apply to like Mick Jagger and others who are not dirty in a bad way. It's like rebellious, Dirty White Boy. So I didn't know that until I researched that song a couple years ago. But when he sang Dirty White Boy 2 years ago, he turned around and he bent over and shoved that microphone right in his butt. It was the funniest damn thing. And it was all over the screens. This guy is so good. He's just a great front man. So I didn't get to see it last night. When I went back with drinks, Lori said, could you hear the song Dirty White Boy while you were in line? I said, yeah. I said, because she didn't see him do that last time. She must not have been looking at the screen. And I said, oh yeah, that made me laugh. I instantly liked him because it was just funny. I said, did he bend over and put the mic in his butt? And she goes, yep. And I said, oh, I missed it. I was in line to get some beer and some water. But this guy's a great, I don't know how anybody's going to take his place. He's really good. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So before I get playing with some music, update. So today's Sunday, so Friday. So I had started uploading, because I told you they're going to delete all videos on July 9th on Facebook. So I started working Friday night, and I worked all day yesterday, right up until an hour before we left. I mean, I pounded all day long. It takes me like 50 seconds per song. There's 16 different steps to be able to download, transfer these sets off of Facebook onto my Terra drive, rename them, and save them. So I got all of up to March of 2003 done on Friday. Yesterday I got up early. I know because Kel's messaged me and said she had to look twice because I was up at 8:30 in the morning, which that never happens, but for some reason I got enough sleep and I got up, and it's like I started working all day. So I went from March to December of 2023, all of 2024, and then January of 2025 I transferred before we had to get ready to leave for the show. Then I got home last night after the show, and I stayed up till like 1 in the morning, and I got everything in 2025 transferred. So out of curiosity, this afternoon I looked at my Terra drive and I counted just 2024. I did 131 live broadcasts in 2024 alone. Here's the bad thing. I told you guys a couple months ago, I started getting Facebook messages saying, we've changed our policy and all your videos will be deleted on July 9th. And then they started sending me these messages saying, hey, your video like from last week will be deleted next week, but you can save it. So for the last 2 months, I've been saving all of these recent broadcasts, putting under a save file. So when I was downloading 2025 last night, I got up to like May, and all of a sudden it went from like early April or something like that, like April 18th, let's just say. Then it jumped to like May 18th was the next one, and I went, wait a minute, where's the rest of the 2 months? And it took me a while to realize, so everything I had put in that saved folder, those were going to get deleted in 30 days, and I didn't know that. And I went, oh, you gotta be kidding. So anything recent was getting deleted. All the old stuff was still good, but it was going to be deleted, everything on July 9th. So I tried every which way to find them, and so basically all the shows from the last 2 months, all of these are gone. I put them in that save file, and Facebook deleted them. They were only going to be there for 30 days, and then they're gone forever. So I was sitting there this afternoon going, I've debuted a lot of new songs. Some in the last 2 months, they're gone forever. But I don't think there was anything earth-shattering. Like, we had special moments, back when we were in the apartment, and I used to take care of and watch my roommate's cat, Bubby, who passed away. I would hold him up in the camera, like, all those I got saved. Dedications I've done for birthdays, Amy's parents when they passed, all those were saved. But everything from the last 2 months I put in the save file, I didn't know they were going to delete them within 30 days. They're gone. So basically I jumped from April to June. But I do have everything going back. I found my first Facebook Live that I did just to try it was in 2016. So I got those. All my live remotes from Maui, from the Lovelies, my friends in Michigan, all those are saved. So I've got every single show on a Tera drive. And every one of these I do from now on, I will just back up tonight. So I won't lose any of these. But I lost all the last 2 months. The last 60 days, starting from like last week, they're all gone. But I've got years of, so I'm fortunate that all the other historical stuff, all the stuff from my home where I had my music studio, when I started doing these, they're all there. So I saved every single one. But I could not believe I counted up in 2024, there are 131 of these broadcasts just in that year alone. So, and I didn't even count up 2023 or going back. I just wanted to kind of see on average. So that's a lot. So I got to figure out what to do with those. I got to start a YouTube channel. That's where I'll eventually go live from. But anyway, I just wanted to update you guys on what's been going on with those. That was a lot of work. I counted last night, I set the timer. Well, I used my clock on my computer. It took me 2 hours and 50 minutes to download and rename and save all of those 2024 shows. So there's 131 of them. And it took 2.5 hours. And all I did was get up to go to the bathroom. Like, I didn't stop for anything else. I just wanted to see, because it's the endurance athlete in me. I got a 1,000-yard stare, and I just like, assault. I just kept going. It's like my OCD kicked in. I said, I want to get all these done before we have to leave for the show. And I did all of 2024 and then January 1st of 2025 because I wanted to at least have one from this year. And it took me 2 hours and 50 minutes. Each one is about 50 seconds. And that is going as fast as I can. And there's 16 steps, mouse clicks, just to download and save one of these shows. So I was trying to do it as fast as I could. So anyway, at least I have them saved, the ones I could. So I'm missing the last 2 months, but I think we're all good. Let me get caught up. Let's get some music going. Z said, greetings from Tennessee. Oh, I saw you guys were flying into Knoxville or something earlier. Good to see you. Thanks for checking in. Yeah, I made good progress. Thanks, Amy. Yeah, Friday's May 2021. Yeah, I just kept plowing through. I got through March of 2023 that night and then picked up. Yeah, so I did all of March to December 2023 and then all of 2024 yesterday. If I had to lose some, I suppose the newer ones were the best to lose. Yeah, because of the historical ones, I can't get back, you know. And I saw when I went to Michigan, my friend Abby that I met during that worldwide airline shutdown, like she came to Michigan and we did some stuff because she was only 2 hours from my friends and she stayed a couple nights and we sang together. Like I forgot I even did all of those. So if I had to lose any of the recent ones, you're right. It was a lot of performances. Yeah, 131 just in 2024. Man, I'm only kidding, but I hope you people know how much I appreciate you. I show up here 3 nights a week. I do. It's fun, but it's like that's a lot of shows. I was doing the math the other day with my friend Mike because he's a genius brainiac, and it was. I said, gee, if I did 3 nights a week average, and I took some nights off and stuff, 3 nights a week average times 4 weeks is 12, times 12 months is 144. So 131 for 2024. There were some shows I was off for, or maybe sick or I was traveling. So yeah, so that's a lot of shows. So the most important thing to me is, I mean, I enjoy doing them, but I wouldn't have any reason to do it if it weren't for all of you. So thank you for being my tribe, and thanks for showing up and give me a reason to play. And I have a new cover that I heard at the grocery store today from 1972. I had to look it up on YouTube. So I learned it pretty quick. So we'll see how that one goes, but I got to get warmed up. So let's start off with a little Steve Poltz and Jewel. The 8 o'clock, the 6 a.m. You feel so far from where I'm at. I've got my eggs, I've got my pancakes too. I've got my maple syrup, everything but you. Break the yolks and make a smiley face. I kinda like it in my brand new place. I wipe the spots off the mirror. Don't leave the keys in the door. I never put wet towels on the floor anymore, 'cause dreams last so long, even after you're gone. And I know if you love me, that soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. I called my mom, but she was out for a walk. We sold a cup of coffee, but I didn't want to talk, so I picked up the paper. It was more bad news. Our hearts being broken, more people being used, but all my coat, the pouring rain. I saw a movie, it just wasn't the same, guys. It was happy, I was sad, yeah. It only made me miss you, oh so bad, 'cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. And I know you love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, I go about my business and I'm doing fine. Besides, what would you say if I had your line? Same old Saturday night, much to say. Hearts are broken every day. Hey. Brush my teeth and put the cap back on. I know you hate it when I leave the light on. I pick a book up and turn the sheets down, yeah. I take a good long look around. Put on my PJs and hop into bed. I'm half alive but I feel mostly dead. I try to tell myself it'll be alright. I shouldn't think any more tonight, 'cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. And I know that you love me, and soon I know you will see. You were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, there's a little Steve Holtz and Jewel, my buddy Steve. This B string, even though these are new, this thing comes out of tune a lot. I was trying to do it on the fly during that song. Let's see, any new check-ins? Kills Amy, that sounds great. Thank you. So I am glad at least I got those, all those shows saved on my Terra drive. Then I was with Mike the other night. What was it, Wednesday? I think the night that Amy conjured Mike up and he showed up at the last minute because he's a brainiac. And I said, hey, do the math for me. I said, how many, with an average of like 20 to 25 megabytes per download, how many would fit on a 2 terabyte drive? And then he showed, it would take 250,000 to fill up 1 terabyte. Then I realized I based that number, that 25 megabytes, on some previous videos that I did that were not full shows and they were short. And I went, oh, those are like 5 or 6 minutes. And then once I started downloading these shows, they're like over 100 megabytes a piece. And I was like, oh man. So I started watching the gigabytes, and all this stuff only has taken up 400 gigabytes of space. So I've got like 1.6 something terabytes of space left. It's like, man, that's almost like an eternity of downloads. So I'm in good shape. I was worried about filling that up and having to go buy another drive, and it's like, not at all. Yeah, it's a lot. So I was really happy about that. I have no idea what I'm playing because I was busy steam cleaning floors, which I'm very happy about. So we have virtually steamed ceramic tile. I do have this covered, but I want to warm up a little bit more. Z, you and Nita are in Knoxville, I think. Well, that's where you flew into. You're in Tennessee, visiting your sister. Well, if you're still watching Z, what is your sister like? Just give me an artist or a genre, and I'll, you know, if it's something you know already out of my set list, I'll play it. How about, but since you're traveling, and I was listening to the Elvis channel earlier, so let's do some Let's do some Blue Hawaii, I think. Ku'ipo, I love you more today than yesterday. But I love you less today, less than I will tomorrow. See the sweet white rose, see it blossom, see it grow. That's the start of our love. Ever since we said hello, Ku'ipo, I love you more today than yesterday. But I love you less today, less than I will tomorrow. As the years go passing by, we'll recall our wedding day. I will be there by your side. You will always hear me say, Ku'ipo, I love you more today than yesterday. But I love you less today, less than I will tomorrow. Ku'ipo, you're my Hawaiian sweetheart. Ku'ipo, you're my Hawaiian sweetheart. I love those Elvis songs. Those sweet little movie soundtrack songs are awesome. Kels, it's one of my favorites. Yeah, I love that. And that movie. Let's do one from. Let's do a double shot of Elvis. Now that I'm in an Elvis mood, and y'all know what happens. I claim no responsibility when that spirit overtakes me. Let's do one from Kid Galahad. Home is where the heart is, and my heart is anywhere you are, anywhere you are is home. I don't need a mansion on a hill that overlooks the sea. Anywhere go with me is home. Maybe I'm a rolling stone who won't amount to much, but everything that I hold dear is close enough to touch. For home is where the heart is, and my heart is anywhere you are, anywhere you are is home, 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 home. Maybe I'm a rolling stone who won't amount to much, but everything that I hold dear is close enough to touch. Home is where the heart is, and my heart is anywhere you are, anywhere you are is home, 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 home. Oh, I love that little pretty song. Do not load this B string. It's giving me fits. Okay. Close enough. I don't know if Z and Nita, I don't see any more comments. Z, if you're still watching, yeah, give me a request, something to play for your sister, who I've never met, but I know Nita likes Blue Hawaii, so I tossed that one out there. Hope you guys are having a good trip. I think you just landed there today. Oh, this string is driving me crazy. Okay, that's a little better. Oh, I lost my place there. Hold me close and tell me how you feel. Tell me love is real. Words of love you whisper soft and true. Darling, I love Let me hear you say the words I long to hear. Darling, when you're near. Words of love whisper soft and true. Darling, I love you. Words of love, so true. Oh, there's a little of the late great Buddy Holly. I just felt inspired to play. Welcome, my Soulful Sunday tribe. Z says, listen to Jim Croce, greatest hits on the flight. Operator. Oh, no. I mean, I've played along with it before. I do know others, of course. I'm trying to remember from my Jim Croce songbook. Could you help this call? I'm trying. I don't even remember what key it's in because I haven't played it. I'm trying to remember. There's a. She's living in LA with my best old ex-friend Ray. The guy she said she knew and we sometimes hated. Well, Isn't that the way they say it goes? Well, let's forget all that and give me the number if you can find it, so I can call just to tell them I'm fine, and to show I've overcome the blow. I've learned to take it well. I wish I just convinced myself that it just wasn't real, but that's not the way it feels. Operator, well, let's forget about this call. There's no one there I really wanted to talk to. Thank you for your time. You've been so much more than kind, and you can keep the dime. Isn't that the way that they say it goes? Well, let's forget all that and give me the number if you can find it, so I can call just to tell them I'm fine, and show I will overcome the blow. I've learned to take it well. I only wish my words could just convince myself that it just wasn't real, but that's not the way it feels. That's just pulling it out of my back pocket. I'm just remembering it in my head. I know that's not the right key either. There's some, I'll have to learn that one for you. Anyway, I'll play something I do know. That's one I haven't even played around with probably since, I don't know, I was a teenager. But I am a musician. I remember the song in my head and some of the chord changes. There's some really quick chord changes, and then I realize I'm in the wrong key anyway. But I'll have to learn that one for Operator. It's one I should know with my staple of Jim Croce songs that I call my oldest friends. Let's play, let me do something for you that I do know. What do you want to hear, Z, out of the ones you know that I know? And then I want to play this new cover that I heard at the grocery store at 3:30 this afternoon. I got home, and from 1972. I went through it really quick. I got to play it on my tuned down guitar because it's in D flat, and I don't like that that chord configuration standard tuning. So my tuned down guitar is a full step, 2 frets down, and I capoed on the 1st fret. Anyway, I know that's just musician speak, but I've got the capo all set up on that one. Nothing from Z. How about, all right. Well, if you type it and I'm playing, then I'll still do it, but how about my favorite Jim Croce song? Well, I know it's kind of late. I hope I didn't wake you, but what I've got to say can't wait. I know you'd understand, but every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I like to say I love you in a song. Yeah, I know it's kind of strange, but every time I'm there, I just run out of things to say. I know you'd understand, but every time I try to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I like to say I love you in a song. But every time the the time was right, all the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to sing out loud in a song. Yeah, I know it's kinda late, I hope I didn't wake you, but there's something that I just gotta say. I know you'd understand, but every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I have to sing out loud in a song. All right, there's I think a reasonable substitute for operator. For Z's request, I'll have to learn that one. But that's one I do know. Z says, it's okay, sounds great. Thanks, Faith. Kelsey, love that one. Z, what did you say you were listening to? Greatest hits. Do you have that? They put out so many different albums of his, but they did a 3 CD, because I used to have it. It was 3 CDs, and it was like 36 of Jim Croce's hits and other songs, some of which I'd never heard, that he recorded either with himself and Ingrid. They had an album that I used to have before he made it big, and other stuff that I'd never heard him play, stuff that they didn't release on his 3 main albums. I claim no responsibility if any of you go follow up on this. It's not my fault. So in that 3D set, it was like Jim Croce, like 36 all-time greatest hits, or all-time hits or something. And there was stuff that he never released on any of the albums that made it big and got on the radio. And there was this live version of this song I'd never heard before. And it's an Irish song. It's called The Ball of Carrymure. Don't ask me how to spell it. And I had never heard it. And there's a live version of him doing that, and I'm not even going to try to explain it here because I'm trying to keep these PG-13, family friendly. The Ball of Carrymure. So when I got that CD set years ago, I was like, I had to go look up that song. So apparently there's dozens and dozens of verses, and Jim only does like 6 or 7, and they are pretty graphic, to say the least, and I had never heard that before, and I was like, oh my God. So it's called The Ball of Carrymure, and if you could type that into Google, and if you type in, there's other people I'm sure have done it, you'll see the lyrics are quite provocative, but it's supposed to be a funny song, and it is. But if you type in Jim Croce, see if you can find that, and listen to his version. He does an intro that's really interesting too, especially if you consider this was like the 70s, because he died 12 days or 4 days before my 13th birthday in 1973. So this goes back a while. I'll just leave you with that, to do with or not what you will. But if you want to hear some outrageous Jim Croce stuff I had never heard until I got this CD, and I went, what is The Ball of Carrymure? And it's insane. That's all I can tell you. Z says, I do, they're in storage. Okay. I want to get to this cover, but I feel like my OCD, since Operator has a lot of chord changes in it, I thought, well, let me do one more. Let's do a double shot of Jim, and let me do one that's kind of a intricate song to play too. So I'll do Time in the Bottle. I could save time in a bottle. The first thing that I'd like to do is to save every day till eternity passes away, just to spend them with you. If I could make days last forever, if words could make wishes come true, I'd save every day like a treasure, and then again I would spend them with you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. I looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with. If I had a box just for wishes and dreams that had never come true, the box would be empty except for the memory of how they were answered by you. But there never seems to be enough time to do the things you want to do once you find them. Looked around enough to know you're the one I want to go through time with. All right, there's a double shot of Jim Croce. Thanks for tuning in from Tennessee. Z, good to see you. Hello to Nita and your sister. All right, so I was in the grocery store about 3:30 at Fry's, and this song came on, and I was like, oh, I haven't heard that in forever. I've never played it. So I got home and I pulled it up on YouTube and got the lyrics, and I thought, oh, and it's like D flat. It's like, oh, it's a pain in the ass to play in. So I said, well, let me do it on the tuned down guitar. So it's tuned down one full step or 2 frets, and then I put the capo on it, and then I can play it in D, a D form. So I haven't even played this all the way through. I played along with it and got the lyrics, and this was so. I remember when this came out, but I had to look on the on YouTube, and it said 1972, and so yeah, that's about or 4. No, I think it was 72. Don't change your answers on the test, right? Go with your first guess. It's usually right. I probably should just play this in D on my regular guitar because it might be a little high for me, but you know, I like to honor tradition, and so we'll see how this goes. I've never even played this. I haven't even played it all the way through. Oh wait, I got the lyrics backwards. Hang on. Okay, let's just see how this. We're just gonna go with it. Okay. Hey girl, what you do? No, I'm not gonna do this. Okay, I was singing along with it, but that's too high. Because it goes up a step too later into A flat, and it's like, okay. Hey girl, what you doing down there? Dancing alone every night while I live right above you. I can hear your music playing, I can feel your body swaying. One floor below me, you don't even know me, I love you. Oh my darling, knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Twice on the pipe if the answer is no. Oh my sweetness means you'll meet me in the hallway. Oh, twice on the pipe means you ain't gonna show. You could look out your window tonight, pulling the string with the note that's attached to my heart. Read how many times I saw you, how in my silence I adored you, and only in my dreams did that wall keep us apart. Oh my darling, knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Twice on the pipe if the answer is no. Oh my sweetness means you meet me in the hallway. Oh, twice on the pipe means you ain't gonna show. Hang on, there's a key change here. I can hear the music playing, and I can feel your body swaying. One floor below me, you don't even know me, I love you. Oh my darling, knock 3 times on the ceiling if you want me. Oh, twice on the pipe if the answer is no. Oh my sweetness means you meet me in the hallway. Twice on the pipe means the answer is no. Twice on the pipe means you ain't gonna show. That's completely rough. Plus I switched guitars. I'll have to learn that in a lower key. I was singing along with it earlier, and I thought it was going to be fine. Tony, Orlando, and Dawn, as I know you know. So I heard that on the radio, going through the grocery store, and it's like, oh, I haven't heard that in forever. I like that song. Let me see if I can go home and learn it. Not. So, there's a difference between just singing along with it and actually performing it. So sometimes it works really well, and sometimes it's like, I'll go back and take another stab at it later. Anyway, so, you know, I like living on the edge. I wanted to do something that I hadn't done before and something I never even played through all the way. Amy says, groovy, haven't heard that in ages. Me neither. It was, and then right after it was, I was in the produce section. Right after that was Van Halen, Jamie's Crying. I just was like, oh, I just stood there with my eyes closed, listened to Ed, the late Edward Van Halen. It's like, oh, that guitar work and stuff is just, it went right from pop to 1970s rock and that guitar, and it's like, oh, love, love, love that. Great guitar work. Tony Orlando used to have a TV show. Tony Orlando and Dawn, the 2 women that were his backup singers. Yep, that's right. Mike's here. What's up? Oh, I was talking earlier, man. I didn't get playing until like 20 after, so I'll keep going. But Mike, so I was updating the tribe. Um, so I messaged you yesterday. Yeah, so I knocked out everything up to 2004 last night before I went to South Foreigner. But I did include January 1st, 2025 because, not 2004, 2024. I got January 1st, 2025 done before I went to the show because I at least wanted to dip my foot into this year. So I got everything caught up to today. Um, so earlier today I did all of 2025 up to today, but from April, starting or like late March to um, right at the end of May, end of March to end of May, it like went from like, I don't know, March like, or April 8th to some like June 8th. And I went, wait a minute, like they're all in order. So I went to click and save the next one. And it's like, wait, I just jumped 2 months. Then I realized what I was doing was when I started getting those Facebook messages like 2 months ago, it said, your live video from like last week will be deleted next Tuesday. Put it in your save file or download it. So I wasn't downloading at that point, so I didn't know how to do it. So I put all these live sets in a save file, thinking they'll be safe. Well, what I didn't know was after 30 days they're deleted. So the short story is that I lost 2 months of these gone. There's no way to recover them. But I got everything from like 2016 on. So, and then every night when I'm done, I'll just download it to my TeraDrive. So when I told you last Wednesday, I think the night Amy conjured you, you were doing the math for me because you're way smarter. Based on 25 megabytes, I was basing that number on, I forgot, like some live shows that I broadcast live. Those were like 5 and 6 minute songs. What I didn't realize is that these hour-long ones are like way over 100 megabytes. So I went, oh man. So I went and looked at my TeraDrive, and I've only used 400 gigabytes out of 2 TeraDrives. And then I went and I said, Mike was right, of course, there's going to be plenty of room. Then I went this afternoon and looked, and I counted up just 2024. I wanted to see how many actual files, how many shows I did in 2024. 131. So when I mentioned last Wednesday doing easy math, if I do 3 nights a week times 4 weeks is 12, times 12 is 144. Then given that I take some nights off or I'm working, so I did just in 2024 alone 131 of these. So I've got every single one. Since my very first live was in 2016, just for fun, I did a couple. Then I started doing these during the shutdown. So I've got all of them except for the last 2 months. About 2 weeks ago. So I put them in that save file, and they all got deleted after 30 days. And I had no clue. Anyway, so Amy was right. If you scroll earlier, she said better to lose the recent ones than the older ones, because a lot of those had very special moments and stuff. And so she was right, of course. So anyway, I wanted to update you so I'm up to date. I got to figure out what to do with all of those with a YouTube channel, I'm sure, at some point soon. But at least I've got them. So I went and looked. I've got 1.6 something terabytes left, unused out of a 2 terabyte hard drive. I got like 400 gigs is all. That's a lot, but it's like considering all these shows. So thanks for giving me the universal nudge, and that I even have that TeraDrive packed away from a few years ago, that Seagate backup drive. It's working great. So I've got plenty of room on that. Appreciate that. As always, my tribe, very supportive, and you give me universal guidance without even realizing it. So I was very happy about that. So at least I won't lose any more shows, because you don't know what you don't know. I could have started downloading those earlier, but I didn't. I thought I had time, because as long as I saved them, I figured they were saved. And they were for 30 days, and then they're gone. Anyway, so so let me see. I did a lot of talking while everybody was signing in, so I don't think I started until like after quarter after, so I'm going to keep playing. Oh, and happy Father's Day, by the way. Oh, the McCormicks aren't here tonight. I was going to wish Kevin a happy Father's Day, but we did it earlier on Facebook. Mike, I can't remember if you're dad. Z, I think you're a stepdad. So, or even if you're a dad to fur babies, which Mike has been. Happy Father's Day to all of you. Thanks for checking in. This is fun. So good seeing you. If you got a request, toss them out there in the time that's left. Because I'm kind of out of ideas right now. Because my brain's racing with all of this Facebook stuff. And also, steam cleaned the floors, which I mentioned earlier, the ceramic tile. So that was my Father's Day, getting caught up on podcasts, having coffee. And then I steamed the floors. And then I got some stuff to grill steaks because they were on sale because they're too expensive to buy on a regular basis. So that's all in the fridge. And then spending time with all of you. This was my day. 131 shows just in 2024 alone, which would mean nothing if you weren't here because I wouldn't have anybody to sing this to. So as always, no matter how large or small, it's an esteemed group of Tribes members. And I'm glad to have you here. Thanks for checking in so often and giving me shows to save and then download for some future thing. Mike says 3x. So you're like Amy. You guys are like lightning speed way faster than me, and sometimes it's like code, so I have to decipher. That has to do with my Terra Drive. 3x, like 3 times the speed, 3 times. I don't know. Mike's smarter than me. My head hurts trying to figure out some of you because you're way ahead of me. Amy's raindrops. Oh, rain. Dang. So I haven't played that in a couple of weeks. Oh man. Amy, I'm gonna have to listen to it again. If I don't play those, I lose them right away. Dang. I mean, I have the lyrics here, but it's like I'd have to look back on the key. I know when I play those, it sounds like I know them really well, but it's because I've been rehearsing them like during the day. And then if I don't play them again when they're new, they're gone. Like I have to go back and listen to it. I'm sorry. Like this Beach Boys one, gone. What is this one? The Night We Met. Like these, if I don't play them, it's like starting all over. Be My Baby, I just did that once. Oh, I did that because of Brian Wilson. Like I have to learn those again. And then there's like Thieves from She and Him. I could remember that one because I've done it for a couple of years. Ah, dang. Give me something else that I can play. Kel says Steve Poltz. Yes, I will. Mike has 3 kids. Cool. I haven't seen Mike since South Carolina when I got creamed in that terrific car crash that gave me a tibial plateau fracture, compartment syndrome, and fasciotomy, none of which I could have spelled or even pronounced until they happened to me. As you know, so by the grace of God and Mercedes Engineering, the side airbag saved my life. So Mike and I worked there. I left there, and that happened in 2010-20. I left San Onofre in 2011 after a year, got to South Carolina. 2011, that crash happened. I got there in April. That happened in August. I was there the following 2012. 13 years since I've seen Mike, actually. So I'm grateful that you tune in here all the time. So I didn't get to know you that well. So you have 3 kids. Well, happy Father's Day. Oh, that's what he means. So I was thinking of like gigabyte speed 3 times. I don't know. Okay, 3. Amy got it. 3 times a den. Yeah. I'll have to relearn that, Amy. Yeah. Okay, I'll do some Eagles. Let's do some Steve Poltz. Let's do, yeah, this one sounds good. How about the first song I learned of his that I heard and got to play with him on stage at the Rhythm Room? So you guys know the drill. I haven't done this in a while, but... I love girl, a girl love me. It's not all it cracked up to be. So to pop the radio on, dedicate my girl a song. Gone are days of simple things, got to buy, baby, diamond rings. Keep it simple, just don't drag. Got to be a high-speed low drag in the Impala of my love. Do-up, baby, of my love. Do-up, baby, of my love. Do-up, baby, of my love. Coffee pot, sold bilingual, self-help books on being single. Everything today is so high-tech. Why can't we just park by the lake and neck in the Impala of my love? Do-up, baby, of my love. Do-up, baby, of my love. Do-up, baby, of my love. Love in the 21st century is such confusion, such mystery. Where's my modem? Where's my mother? Faxing coming. Oh, brother. Stars are out. You look fine. Empty clothes, empty bottle of wine. You got nice gowns, that's French fillets. Let's cook it in the backseat, baby, like a couple poached eggs in the Impala of my love. Do-up, baby, of my love. Do-up, baby, of my love. Do-up, baby, yeah. Huh. Ooh, I haven't done that in a bit. That was a good request. Thank you. Thanks, Kels, for requesting Steve Poltz. That one came to mind. Amy said Eagles. Yes. Doo-wop. I got some doo-wops in there. Yay. You guys knew your cue. All right. Let's end on some Eagles. Sounds good. Well, I'm running down the road trying to loosen my load. I've got 7 women on my mind. 4 that wanna own me, 2 that wanna stone me, and 1 says she's a friend of mine. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels make you crazy. Lighten up while you still can. Don't even try to understand. Just find a place and take your stand. Take it easy. Well, I'm standing on a corner with Arizona. Such a fine sight to see. It's a girl, my lord, in a flatbed Ford, slowing down and take a look at me. Come on, baby, don't say mayday. Don't let the sound of your own wheels drive you crazy. We may lose and we may win, but we will never be here again. So open up, I'm climbing in. Take it easy. Well, I'm running down the road, trying to loosen my load. I got a world of trouble on my mind. I'm looking for a lover who won't blow my cover, but she's so hard to find. Take it easy, take it easy. Don't let the sound of your own wheels make you crazy. Come on, baby, don't say I'm gonna know your sweet love is gonna save me. All we gotta need, we ought to take it easy. Woo! All right, that is a great song to end this Father's Day edition of Soulful Sunday. Thanks to my tribe for checking in. If you're watching this on the repeat, for those who aren't checked in here tonight, happy Father's Day if you're a dad. Day to honor you. Thanks for showing up for your families and fur babies and everything in between. And me too, I must say. Kel says, thank you, you're welcome. Sounds great. Thanks, Amy. You're welcome for the music. Faith, thanks so much for checking in. Good to see you here as always. Oh, so thanks, my tribe. And namaste as always. The divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Thank you for keeping yourselves healthy. Those immune systems bolstered up. If you're here in the Sonoran Desert, we hit 111 on my phone today. We're slated for 110 tomorrow. So plenty of sunscreen, hydration, and keep yourselves as cool as possible. See, you're welcome. Thanks for tuning in from Tennessee. Good to see you all. You and Amy and Mike. So Michigan to Ohio, down to Tennessee to Arizona. So that's like a Z, man. I'm sure it's backwards for you. So that's our, as I say, our love triangle tonight when we have out-of-staters checking in. So good to see you here. Thanks so much, my tribe. Enjoy the rest of this Father's Day, this Sunday. And as you slide into your work week, I will be back next Wednesday, same bat time and channel at 7 p.m. Mountain. You're welcome, Mike. Thanks for checking in. Thanks for the math that's helping me along with this migration process too. I got pretty much all those videos done, so I'm very happy about that. So we'll find a place to park them so they're accessible at some point. As long as I have them, that's the most important thing. I'm not going to lose any more. All right, tribe, have a great rest of your Sunday, and I will see you next time.